believe me, just watch.
We're back on the Morning Brew with Friends. It's Monday morning. That means Commander Gary is here, and you brought a special guest, Eric Renz Whitmore, with you. You know he's a commander.
That's right.
He's an honorary base commander. And he gets to, you work with AFRL, trying to make those connections happen.
And the directed energy portion, that's right.
Or Commander Gary.
Which is great.
And Commander Gary is going on a trip next week. You're going to Austin, Texas.
That's right. And
are you going to be with us next Monday?
We will not be here, but Katie Rice will be here talking about the ski lift pitch.
Oh, even better.
Yes. So, no, this week is just going to be phenomenal. Albuquerque's really rising as a city, is known for its entrepreneurial spirit and being the most entrepreneurial-friendly city in the world, which is what the mayor wants. And sure enough, the mayor's going to get to go and talk about it. He's going to be the first mayor to present at a South by Southwest conference. South by Southwest, of course, is the mecca for entrepreneurs. Everybody gathers there.
Well, it used to be a music thing,
well,
and then it's expanded into film, it's expanded into technology and entrepreneurship, and now it's like, what, 6 weeks of just partying in Austin, I think?
It's not 6 weeks, more like 6 days, Dan, but I know how attractive that is.
Right. 6 weeks packed into 6 days.
Right. Oh, good one, good one.
Right.
But here's the thing, as we get more and more notoriety for things that are going on here, South by Southwest started out, like you said, as a music festival, but then a bunch of us geeky nerds started thinking, well, let's try to be cool. We'll go to the music festival, and then it started to be a concentration of those nerds.
You get the spillover.
That's right. That's right. So in the mid 2000s, a lot of it became known as the place to try to launch things, especially having to do with tech. And of course, 2007 was the crescendo of that, with Twitter being launched at South by Southwest.
Right.
So since then, everybody goes there to see what's hot, what's new, what's coming. It's almost like the CES, for the biggest Las Vegas show, of entrepreneurial and startup activities.
Right.
So it's just a fantastic place to go. And Mayor's going to talk about how to take your city, instead of trying to be like an Austin or a Boston or a Bay Area city, to look at the strengths that you have and see what you can do with those, which we have lots of, which is why it's going so well, and talk about that to the other cities. That's a big sea change for South by Southwest. Usually it's, how do you become the next Boston or Bay Area or Silicon Valley or Austin?
Right. And it's usually those guys talking to us. It's not us talking to those guys.
Exactly. And so this is a great event. And we've also got 18 organizations from Albuquerque going along, which is why I brought Eric along. It exceeds my RAM. I know you
went last year. You hopped in the bus. Right.
That's right. We took an RV out there. We were a little crazy, but it was an experiment. We wanted to see, can we get critical mass in a place that is really, really kind of crazy and noisy, but so many great things going on. So we learned a lot from last year, and we're applying those lessons this year. We're being very entrepreneurial.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's test and repeat, right? That's the entrepreneurial mindset that a lot of people have. And so, in your case, now this year, what are you doing differently? I don't think you're taking an RV out.
No RV for me. I think that we'll see if anybody shows up with an RV. But the thing that I think has been really great this year is that there's a lot of startups that hadn't necessarily considered going out to South by Southwest. Maybe they heard about last year. They got involved with Scrappy Startup Challenge with Mexico Tech Council and ABQID. But once
I know a couple of the winners of that.
I know, and they did very well. But because they were heading out there, they became eligible for these other opportunities. So now we've got My Change as part of a thing called Release It with South by Southwest, Pressure Analysis Company, Cultivating Coders. They're part of an event with TechCo.
And they're pitching on Saturday night at a big thing for TechCo.
Prime
That's
time.
Excellent. Right.
That's right.
That's
Startup
everybody's there.
Right, absolutely. And then, of course, the Future Experience show where the mayor's speaking, and there's going to be like a New Mexico showcase, right? An Albuquerque showcase.
So the mayor, unfortunately, is going to be out of town by Monday night. But what we're doing Monday, we are having a great conversation with all these different organizations that are shaping experience for folks. So you've got Bounce Chat, you've got Vince from Meow Wolf, you've got other people working in VR that are going to be talking about how is the experience that we produce for people, how is that changing?
Yeah.
So it fits into the Future of Entertainment track that they're doing at South by Southwest this year.
That's very cool. Now this is, we always talk about how we become an Austin, how we become a Boston. That is one of the conversations we do have in Albuquerque.
While remaining quirky.
While remaining like
sticky
ourselves,
and linky, right?
I mean, what lessons are we taking from those guys, and what lessons are we bringing to them?
we've really gotten to be close with Hugh Forrest, who's the founder of South by Southwest. And I've been really listening to how did South by Southwest go from stealing it from the New York New Music Seminar, what a name, huh?
Right.
To South by Southwest, which is how it got its name. It's South by Southwest of New York. And how that evolution happened, and what were the things that happened? What were the things that he did intentionally? What were the things that happened quite by accident that he was lucky enough to support? And it's always that combination, as we talked about. Last year we tried an experiment, we had great results. So this year we learn. You pivot, you swarm, you execute, and really looking forward to this year because people notice Albuquerque now. People will go to an event that Albuquerque's heading up because they know great things are happening.
Right. Well,
that's from all over the world.
And we're taking a couple local musicians too. I know Red Light Cameras is playing.
That's right.
It's such an amazing band with amazing stage presence. And then of course Buddha Bass from Santa Fe. DJ Buddha Bass is going to be playing too, right?
It still is a seminar. It still is a music seminar.
It still is a music thing, right?
Yep.
It's great fun. And then, of course, this last week was the other big event, which was, and I saw both of you guys up in Taos and skiing. It was a beautiful day on, I guess it was Tuesday.
Absolutely good spring skiing.
Wonderful skiing up in Taos, and had a great time. That was the ski lift pitch day, and 3 different companies, local companies, all got a chance to. They all competed for their share of $10,000, right? And it was Ubiquity, Convo Box, right? I'm trying to remember who all the winners were. Though it was Tuesday, it seems like a year ago in my mind.
Like a year ago.
And then, and then
that pop-up. There was that pop-up food place.
Dig and Serve.
That's Dig and Serve.
Dig and Serve,
right.
Yes. Here's the ski lift pitch video. This is from last year. It was super great. And Dig and Serve has a very cool thing. I want to have them on the show to talk about what they do because it's pop-up dinners. They're ticketed.
That's right.
Which is really a lot of fun.
And there's a lot of great stuff going on in food and entrepreneurship. I saw those guys, I guess Robbie Vitrano from Idea Village, Startup Village or whatever in New Orleans, was out, and see who's talking to them over at Mid-Region Council of Governments Wednesday morning. So they were moving, I mean, that was just the next
quickly.
day.
That's very cool. They were in Taos skiing on Tuesday, and then they were at the Mid-Region Council of Governments on Wednesday, already pitching their company.
That's right.
That's great. Well, that's the kind of effort it takes to actually be an entrepreneur, right? You can't just sit back and relax and expect it to happen. You've got to actually go out there and sell it, right?
You can do an elevator pitch anywhere. Where else in the world can you do a ski lift pitch? We have the only one. And all of those folks then come to Albuquerque and make connections afterwards, all the investors, and are talking to companies now. That's the purpose.
They filter in, they filter out.
That's right.
And we're going to filter out, and we'll be back in a couple of seconds, back on the Morning Brew.